Hoffman leads the Arizona Freedom Caucus. And last week, he was throwing a bunch of amendments into the budget process in the Senate that he was copying from the House plan. So the House has got this idea, here's what we want in the budget. And it had a bunch of pet projects for the Republicans in the House. The Democrats were not invited to put forth any ideas of their own. This was going to be all Republicans or nothing. So the Senate said, guys, that's not going to work. And they said, let's all get together and talk with Governor Hobbs about what she wants. Let's try to figure something out. And then we'll have a framework. Then we can go ahead and present the bill to the House at large, and we'll pass it. Then it'll go to the Senate. Senate will pass it, and we already know the governor wants it because we all negotiated this.
Yeah, if they had a Republican governor, they might have been able to do what they were trying to do.
Right.
But the reality is, when you've got you've got the House and the Senate that are Republican controlled, and you've got the governor's office that is held by a Democrat.
Yeah.
You got to give. You got to give a little to get a little.
So Hoffman was introducing these amendments that were mirroring what was going on in the House. And, of course, they were summarily shot down by the Senate because the Senate said, no, that's not what we hammered out with the governor. Let's just pass what we all worked out with the governor, and then you guys can vote on it. So Hoffman then tried to tack onto the Senate budget a House measure that would bar Arizona's public universities from using public or private money to give scholarships to students who lack legal immigration status.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wasn't that on the ballot a few years ago?
Oh, that's a good memory you got on you.
And
yeah.
Didn't the voters say, didn't they pass that?
Yes, they did. So this is another example of Hoffman trying to pass a law that is explicitly contrary to the Arizona Constitution, because that's what happens when we vote on a prompt.
And the will of the voters basically says, right. I don't care if that's what you put into law and that's what you want. I'm going to do what I think is in my best interest.
Well, what I think is going to be the best interest politically, right?